So we're going to talk about marketing and communications today. Communications is anything we do that people think we're trying to tell them something. So I'm guessing y'all were talking to each other at some point today, right? Nod your heads. Yes, if you were, yep. And sometimes we wear things that communicate. If you have on dots all over you, like the 101 Dalmatians, or maybe you've got something on your face, or maybe you wear your favorite team shirt, you're communicating. So it's everything we do and say can tell a story. Now, without saying anything, raise your hand quietly if you like to tell a story. I like to tell a story. Yep, so we're going to talk about telling stories. We're going to talk about how we can use the pictures we draw, and we're going to talk about math too. If you like math, just give me a hand raise. I like math too. I like to draw. The rest of you, do you like to draw or write? Okay, we're going to talk about all those things. So the words we're talking about are marketing, graphic design, and communications. What that means is we're going to sell a product, talk about a product, and we're going to draw pictures about it. Everybody following?
Yeah. Yes.
All right, good job. So the letter P is very important in what I'm about to tell you. There's 4 of them. Product, price, place, and promotion. Now what that really means is, if I'm going to sell something, or if maybe it's not a product, maybe it's something I do. You know, maybe I'm going to clean at somebody's house and help them, and I might be doing a service, like if they need some extra help. Maybe I'm going to sell something like in a drive-thru with Chick-fil-A. Y'all know the red color and the white color on the Chick-fil-A bags? Y'all have seen that? Yeah, that's right. That is marketing and graphic design. There are 2 types of products we're going to really focus on. Now we've got hot cocoa and we've got lemonade that we're thinking about selling. Now the boys and girls in these pictures look like they might have that product, right?
Yeah.
This one, is it cold weather or warm weather?
Warm weather.
It's warm weather. Is this one cold weather or warm weather?
Cold weather.
Cold weather. So what weather are we having right now?
Cold weather.
Cold weather. So we might want to sell hot cocoa right now and lemonade in the summer, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So that's how we're picking our product, is what do we want to sell? And
Hot cocoa.
just as important, what will people buy? Do you think people might buy more hot cocoa in the winter when it's cold?
Yeah.
And they might buy more lemonade in the summer when it's hot?
Yeah.
Exactly. So we're going to do a product promotion for hot cocoa because it's cold weather. All right. Now, these words really just come down to what's going to be our price. Because if you're going to sell something, you want to make what? Money? Yeah, you want to be able to make some money selling it. But you got to know, what does it cost to make hot cocoa? So you got to buy the hot cocoa packets, unless you do the really fancy stuff where you get the cocoa and the milk and all that. But I'm going to do the easy stuff. I'm going to do the hot cocoa packets, right? Do you think we need marshmallows?
Yeah.
Yeah. So those make them really yummy and really pretty. But they cost a little bit, don't they?
Yeah.
Yeah, so we got to add that in. We might have water or we might have milk, and that costs a little bit too, yeah? So that all goes into our cost. That's right. So then we got to figure out, well, what do we really want to make from this? So what kind of money might we make? So maybe we add a little bit extra and we call that profit. Again, it's a P word, right? Price and profit. And that's what we have for the price. Now, do you think I'm going to be able to charge $20 for one little bitty cup of hot cocoa? No. I'd have to do a really big cup of hot cocoa, or I'd have to have a really good price so people would want to buy it. Yeah, we might have to do it like that. So I'm thinking maybe $1, but that's only with a few marshmallows and our packets of hot cocoa. Okay? Y'all following me?
Yes.
Let's figure out how we can do this. Now, the next P is place. We got to figure out somewhere to sell this stuff. Now, can we sell it outside of Starbucks that sells coffee and hot cocoa?
No.
No.
Get it.
Yeah, you just get it there. People are going to go there. Yeah, they're not going to buy ours. So you got to go somewhere that's not already selling it. But there's also rules too, right? Like you kind of have to ask your parents or the people in charge, the adults, hey, can I sell this here? There's some rules, but you also want to go where people are. Maybe a park, maybe a neighborhood, right? So you could set up a lemonade stand or you could set up a hot cocoa stand, but you got to make sure you sell it in the place where the people are going to go and that you're allowed to. So that is our third P. That is place. Now this is the really fun one. This is promotion. This is where all that communications comes from. Raise your hand again if you like to draw pictures. Okay, put your hands down. Raise your hand again if you like math and numbers. Okay, we got lots of likes here. What about raising your hand without talking if you like to talk? Yeah, me too. Now, what if computers? Does anybody in here like to use computers?
You.
I do.
Miss Amy and Miss Barbara.
You're right.
And Heidi.
Do you know that when I was your age, we didn't have computers?
What?
We did not. We didn't have computers. So the stuff I'm going to tell you about, we could not have done. We couldn't have done it. I didn't even know when I was your age I could do this job. But I got to. So here's what I want to show you. Thinking we might do a hot cocoa stand as our product, I asked my son Camden, who is at Calhoun Elementary, I said, would you draw me a flyer for a hot cocoa stand? And he drew the picture that is on your left. Everybody wave this hand. That's your left. It's over there. He drew that picture. And I thought, well, okay, we're going to turn that into a graphic design. So all the pictures you draw, you could be drawing a flyer or a promotion for something you want to sell or tell people about. Maybe you want to draw a picture because you're going to be an illustrator for a book. You guys like to read books, don't you? And they've got pictures. That's graphic design too. So I took his idea with snowflakes and a blue mug and hot cocoa, and there's little snow swirls at the top. And what you can't see in his writing, it says, better stay warm with some hot cocoa. So when I put it on the graphic design, I ran out of space because I wanted it to be kind of big. So I've used his slogan at the top. I've added his snow ripples. I put in some snowflakes. And I found a coffee cup with marshmallows and hot cocoa. And look, I came up with a place this Saturday at the park from 9 a.m. to 12 p.m. Because you got to tell them where to go. You got to tell them your place too. Yeah? Okay. Now here's the cool thing about computers. When I was looking for coffee mugs that looks like my son's drawing, there are now pictures that are made from artificial intelligence. That's a big word, right? What it means is you tell a computer, hey, I want a picture that has marshmallows and hot cocoa and coffee mugs, and out of the system in the computer, the programming, it creates a new picture. Can you believe that? Like, I wouldn't even have to draw it. I just tell it that's what I want because the computer programming. And in fact, there were coffee mug pictures that nobody had ever driven. The computer generated it. Is that pretty cool? That's pretty cool. And I realized over the Christmas break, there was an app where you could turn your family pictures into cartoons. I turned a family picture into cartoons that made my family look like heroes in The Incredibles. It was funny. It was really funny. So I'm telling you that because we didn't have computers when I was your age, right? Well, we have computers now, and think about all the cool stuff you can do with computers when you're my age. They're just going to do more and more. You can play games. You can create games. You could sell games.
Games on my tablet.
You like games on your tablet? You can make games and you can sell them to other boys and girls that like them. Okay, so one more thing I want to point out is we talk graphic design, communications, look at those words on the flyer, right? We have to tell people the story. We tell them why they might want the product, but we also put our price. What's our price? Can y'all see that on there? $1. $1, 1.00, $1. And so if it costs us 50 cents, we're gonna make 50 cents off of each cup of hot cocoa. So that's money you get to keep when you sell something. Sound pretty cool? Okay, now, besides this one warning, hot cocoa when you make it is hot, right? So don't be making hot cocoa without adult supervision. You don't wanna burn yourself, right? Okay, now here's the other thing. At your age, you get to pick whatever you want to grow up and be. You're gonna learn lots of stuff through school. You're gonna get to pick pathways that are maybe graphic design and marketing. It might be healthcare. It might be agriculture or construction, but you get to pick what you want to be. And you get to learn all about it. So just remember, if you work hard and you learn, you get to decide to be something you want to be. Marketing you can do in all of those areas, but you might pick something else. That's okay. And then I'm going to buy stuff from you. How about that? Does anybody have questions? Yes, ma'am. We have these nice young ladies who are helping from the high school who are in video production. And do you see that video camera they have? That is also part of marketing and communications and graphic design. So when you record a video, or maybe you record a commercial, maybe you record you telling where you're going to be at the park. You could be at the park with your hot cocoa showing people you're doing it, and you have a video. So that's another way that, one, you can do video production, or two, you can use video to promote your product and to communicate. Lots of options. You guys have been great listeners. And I'm going to clap for you guys. Good job. Good job.